if you haven't already mapped out your page in your sketchbook, okay, you might want to stop this video and map it out right now, all right? Okay, so first thing we want to do is we're actually going to fill out this color wheel. Don't worry if your color wheel is not perfect, okay? It's more along the lines of making sure that you have the right colors and you know the order that they're in, then worry about anything else, okay? Beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna first start off with putting in red, okay? Red we know is a primary color, all right? I'm gonna go blue, yellow, okay, and as I said, primary colors, all right? Primary colors are colors that are, you can't mix. So they're kind of like the first. Easy way to remember first. So next we have what's called secondary colors. All right, secondary colors, all right? And they're made by two primaries put together. So we have blue and red, mixed purple or violet, either one. I'm gonna turn my page. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put this on a white page so it brightens it up. So we're gonna put purple, all right. In between here we have green. Then in between the yellow and the red we have perfect orange. All right. Okay. The next level we have what's called tertiary. So tertiary is a secondary plus a primary. And when we call these by name, we call them by the first or the primary word first and then a secondary. All right, so this would be a red, purple, would be a blue, purple, blue, green, yellow, green, yellow, orange, and a red, orange, okay? Now what I'm gonna ask that you do is we're gonna color it in and we're gonna mix them, all right? Now some of them may need more of like a sandwich, I call it, type mixing, where you start with one color, you do the second one over it, and then you do the original color over it. Now I'm gonna kind of show you a really quick way on how to color these in so it doesn't take you forever, okay? So my suggestion is when you take your one color in the entire section that requires you to have all of that one color in it, okay? So let's see, we're gonna have here all of this red, okay? Now watch, as I go around, okay? Let me adjust this, thank you. Here we are. I'm gonna color over my red and purple or red violet. I should be able to mix it. I'm just going to go right into the blue, purple. Now remember when I said that some of these might need like a sandwich? Let me just add a little bit more color on top. Perfect. Alright, so go ahead and go color in the rest of your color wheel, okay? Should probably take you no time at all. Try to fill in all the spaces. It's not a very big color wheel. It's kind of fun being able to color these in. See how they're all nicely mixed. Now, little quick tip about your colored pencils, okay? Honestly, if you are just coloring things, you don't have to worry about having a really like a sharp tip. But if you have like small spaces, that's probably the only time you really need to work on having you know, a sharp tip. And if you want, the easiest thing to do, ooh, it totally went into my green. Let's try that again. So what was I saying? I was saying that if you want, there are handheld sharpeners over by the pencil sharpener. okay? So you don't have to get up a million one times. Totally forgot to do my yellow green. There we are. I sometimes find myself coloring in a couple different directions to really mix all my color together. What do I need? I need orange. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Little glitch in here. It got a little bit too dark and my camera stopped, so I had to make a change of scene, and we're gonna come back to where we were, which probably don't even realize there is a difference. Okay, so we just colored in the color wheel. Okay, I know I probably stopped here and then it all of a sudden appeared to this, but as you notice, the color wheel it transitions from one color to the other nice and easily. We have the primaries, secondaries, and the tertiaries, okay? So the next thing that we're going to talk about is intensity, okay? So intensity is how strong or how bright, okay? So it's the brightness of a color, all right? So I'm going to grab a color, and I'm going to show you the differences between each one. So if something's really intense, it's going to be nice and dark. If it's not, it's going to be a little bit duller. So we kind of bring it down lighter and lighter. Now, just so you are aware, this is also a value scale or a color scale. Color scale. Okay. And what's another color scale that we have? Bingo, gradation, very nice. I'm going to add gradation here. Okay, I'm going to sneak that in. Remember, gradation is that dark to light effect. Very nice. Beautiful. Okay, so tints and shades. Okay, so a tint is when we add white. Okay, so a little bit about this white color pencil. This is a special kind of white color pencil. Okay, it's a Prismacolor. I ordered these separately. All right, they're really good with mixing with colored pencils. Okay, they can only be sharpened in the Prismacolor sharpeners. Okay, you do not want to get them to have a tip. Okay, it's never going to look like this, nice and pointy. Okay, because it's a little bit softer. All right, you put these in the regular sharpener and it's just gonna eat it alive, okay? Use this all the way down and that is it. Okay, so two different ways that you can use this. We're gonna have the middle part be our central color, okay? By the way, another color word or another word for color is hue, okay? One way is to add the white first, all right? And then add your color on top. All right, kind of like that sandwich method where we go back in. This will give you much of a like a very pastel, soft color. Okay. The other way is to add the color first, and then add white on top. Now this will give you more of a medium, medium value, or medium color. Okay. Next one is to add gray. So adding gray. As you can tell, it's probably going to mute it down, and that's what it's going to be, all right? So I'm going to add the gray down first, okay? Then I'm going to, color it in. And yeah, it's very much a dull gray. Purple, okay? Yeah, not quite exciting. But this might be what you're looking for if you're trying to create like a mood that's like mysterious and you want it to be like kind of like a foggy kind of look. Shade plus black. All right, quick tip about the black. All right, this will overtake a color very fast. Okay, so I'm going to show you. So here's our original color. Okay, when you add black, you want to gradually add black. Okay, a little bit at a time, and you want to add the color to mix it in. Now, let me show you what happens if you add too much. Okay, so I'm going to take this, I'm going to mix it in, and what you're going to probably notice is you pretty much all see is just black. You're not even going to realize that there's any kind of purple in there, all right? So just kind of how it is. All right, so next we're going to go into something called neutralize. Neutralize deepens a color, all right? So deepens makes that it's a little bit darker, okay? Not as like shaded, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to put 3 sets of 4. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and what we need to know here are what's called complementary colors. Complementary colors, okay, are opposite colors on the color wheel. So we have red and green, red, green, okay, orange and blue. Let's put a dash there, and blue. Okay, we have purple and yellow. All right, so let's fill this in. Red, green, blue, orange, yellow, purple. All right. Now, when you're mixing these, it's kind of like you have a little bit of one more than the other. All right. Okay, so let's start off. So we're going to start with red here. Oops, there we are. Red. The same red. Okay, and then we're going to go a little bit lighter here. Take the opposite color. Take green. Green on top. You're going to notice that this is a deeper green. Okay, and a little bit lighter there. All right, so as you can kind of see that these two colors, this is a deeper red and this is a deeper green. All right. One thing I do want to point out, which I may have mentioned earlier on, this is called a colorless blender. This is basically just the binder of a color pencil. And what that means is that if you take this and you kind of mix it over the color pencils, it kind of mixes the colors a little bit nicer, makes it a creamier look, almost like brightens it up just a little bit, okay? You don't have to use this all the time, but I just thought I'd throw it in there so you can kind of know what that is. All right, so let's go in yellow and purple. All right, so we have nice bright yellow. We're going to keep it nice and bright on the first two, and then go a little bit less, almost like 50% on the third one. Switch it up. That's supposed to be a P, sorry. Okay, so we have purple, makes it a little bit darker. Now, by the way, this yellow is more likely to be a golden yellow, that nice gold, bar kind of look. Pretty cool, right? Beautiful. All right, last set of color combinations are blue and orange. So we have blue, one more, and then we're gonna go lighter, okay? Switch over to orange. A little bit more in here. You have a nice deep orange, okay? And we're gonna add a little bit hint to this blue. Now my blue right here, I think I kind of need to add a little bit more blue into that one to really make it stand out, okay? Beautiful. So neutralizing means that you're gonna make the color a little bit deeper, okay? All right, so before we get into textures, I wanna talk about browns. Just so you know, you can make different kinds of browns. So I'm gonna just make 3 browns here. And when you mix them, you can mix them with the primary colors, okay? So for example, this is a deeper brown, nice dark brown, okay? Next one is gonna be more reddish, more like a brick, okay? Brick brown, there we are, this is nice. We got that yellow brown, all right? Just gonna add a yellow brown on here, okay? So brown can change, okay? You can make different kinds of browns. There's nothing saying that you have to stick to the brown that you find in my pencils, okay? All right, let's move on to textures, okay? Let me grab my pencil. Here we are. So textures come in kind of, normally they add a little bit more. Most of your coloring is nice and flat, so in order to create more of a depth to it, you add texture. Our top one's gonna be a single. Bottom one's gonna be a multi-level one, okay? So top one, let's label these all out. We're going to first do hatching, cross hatching, random, and stippling, which is probably my least favorite because it's kind of noisy. All right. So what you want to do is you want to pick two colors that are going to go well with each other, okay? So I'm going to pick blue and green. Doesn't really matter. My suggestion is pick a primary and a secondary that's next to each other. And you know it's going to look nice. All right, so first things we're going to do. So hatching. Hatching is great for short little lines, okay? So your hatching might be great for grass, okay? Now to kind of layer it up, you might add another color in there. Now, this might be awesome because you could almost create like a blue-green grass, like yeah, blue-green grass, all right? Just adds another layer to this, okay? Cross-hatching. So cross-hatching is the idea that we're going to cross it over, okay? Double it up. This might be a nice basket. Okay. Gives it just another layer, creates a depth, that's just nice. Random, okay, is more like scribbles, okay? This might be good for if you had a tree or a bush, okay, that you kind of wanted, like, you really couldn't do all the little individual leaves. So you kind of put like squiggles or something like that. All right, so here I'm gonna add another layer, okay? So just like that, okay? Just, you know, adds to it. We can also, by the way, you can add multiple colors on here too. So I'm just gonna add like black on there. See how it's really creating a nice depth to it. A little bit better than just plain. Stippling, oh, my one that's not always my favorite, okay? So stippling is the dotting, okay? Please do not break my pencil, okay? Here we go, lots and lots of little dots. Let's add another, let's do multi-layered, okay? Okay, here we go. I can do this. Nice. All right. By the way, this is pointillism at its best, okay? This is how they did it, okay? Seurat, he did mixing of the colors just like that, okay? All right, so we have that. These are great information on how to make your projects have a little bit more depth to them, have a little bit more, be a little bit more unique. Honestly, this is advanced, okay? So it's not your basic run-of-the-mill color pencils. Next, mixing colors. All right, so this is where you're gonna have a little fun. You're gonna get out your color pencils, okay? I would suggest grabbing all of them, okay? And I want you to come up with some new color combinations. You might say, you know what, I would really like to see what it would look like if I had orange, yellow, and let's put in a little bit of brown. What would that be? Ooh, that's nice, okay? I want you to go through and see if you can come up with new color combinations, okay? Because believe it or not, I don't got all the color combinations here, so that's that. Let's add in, ooh, what this would be. All right, that's kind of nice green. I don't know. All right, you can definitely use the colorless blender here. That definitely helps out, okay? Let's see if I can create a nice green. So I'm gonna take that, I'm gonna put some yellow in it. Do I want to mix anything else? Yeah, let's add a little brown in it, light brown in there, and add some more green to it. Now that is a nice green. Okay, so there's 14 here. So the color combinations I'd like you to put in. All right. Next time, do me a favor. Just write what colors you put in. Okay. So this one, I know I put yellow. I had orange and a brown. Okay, BR. I had red, I had brown, and I can't remember the other one because I didn't write it down. Okay, I know I had green, yellow, and I had brown. okay? You can mix 2 colors, absolutely fine, but could just go through, okay? Now the last thing, we're getting to the good part, okay? We're getting to the part where we're gonna put this all together, okay? Now, in my metal cabinet next to the door, okay, there is wooden blocks, all right? And in those wooden blocks, there's going to be white and there's colored ones. I'd like you to use the colored ones, okay? Because that will definitely help you see the difference of the colors, okay? All right, and you're going to draw a couple of shapes. So, a couple of information on shadows and stuff like that. So at the top, let's put this in. All right, so first things first, this light. Remember, that's called the light source. Okay. All right. So let's grab a color. I think I'm going to go with orange. I'm going to grab my blue because I want to neutralize it a little bit. I'm going to add my black, and I'm going to need my white as well. Okay, so we're going to go with, let's say we have, sorry, you probably hear my son in the background. Okay, so we're going to say we have an orange ball. But it's not like a bright orange, it's more of a neutralized. There we go. See, that's how it's gonna work, okay? All right, neutralized color. All right, so I'm gonna go in and put my base color in, mix it around. Okay, I want my orange to be there. There we are. Now this is where it might come in handy for that colorless blender to really mix in the colors, okay? All right, beautiful. So when we're looking at our objects, okay, you're probably gonna notice something called the highlight, okay? The lightest part of your objects, okay? Highlight. Okay? Next, you're gonna see probably the shadows, okay? If you can't see the shadows, do me a favor, squint, okay? Since everyone's probably gonna be doing this unit all at once, at some point you probably want to like just turn off the lights, okay? And then either take your iPad or take another iPad and just, you know, take the glow, turn the brightness all the way up, and put your object on a white paper and let it glow, and you'll be able to see all those shadows, okay? If not, you can always grab one of the flashlights that is underneath the whiteboard. All right, so shadows tend to be black. Okay, darker furthest away from the light source. Okay, here we are. Then we have the shadow, the cast shadow. Remember, whatever the bottom is, so if this is a green, like the paper is green or the ball's on a green paper, this would be green, okay. So label a couple of these. So this right here is called the core shadow, okay. This is your cast shadow, all right. And all these shadows in the middle, we've got mid and light shadow. Excuse me, values. All right. Now you're going to go in and you're going to put these all together. So in this empty space, you're going to have to, I can't believe I'm going to say it, you're going to need to draw a little bit smaller. Okay. Not to the point where it's so small that I need a magnifying glass, but smaller. Okay. So somewhere here and here. So I want you to do one wooden shape here, okay? Another one kind of squeeze in here. Make these 2 different shapes, okay? And then here, I want you to have one object. So we got one wooden shape, one wooden shape, okay? And one object. This could be any object that you find in my metal cabinet. You're going to sketch it out. I want you to see if you can really find some of these neutralized colors, okay? Use all the different color combinations. There's plenty that we've gone over here to really get the colors that should be able to match them, okay? Hey, you might even come by a color that you've mixed that you can use. Add the shadows, the core, and the cast, okay? So when you're done with this, you can start your focus project. All right, good job.